the office
I am.
of and if you'll allow me to talk a little trash, Ben, or a little trash, Ben, just a tiny little. He pops up every once in a while,
I don't
grabs
like
some,
nobody.
says I don't like nobody, grabs some old banana peels, and then retreats back into his can. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, Ben, uh, that is sort of an in joke, maybe something that you're going to understand when I say it.
Okay.
Um, it is amazing to me that Annex Theater, Ben, can afford to live stream and staff their live stream every single episode of that live streaming platform that they have. It's it's a question, it's a concern for some people, Ben, who feel like that money may go
Oh,
better somewhere else.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
I read that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's
I
been,
read it.
yeah. Yeah, I was surprised to learn that I got paid. That was
That's
news to
Ben,
me.
if if I may, the the idea of the idea that I came away with from that is that the concerns, and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you never will.
You never will.
This is one of those
But
cases where we are
the
being
two
openly hostile to the audience.
but the two people who I know who do listen to this show will know what we're talking about.
So, to write something like that, you have to A, be familiar with Annex, but B, also not know
Yeah.
a lot about it. It
It's
was
the not
really weird.
knowing that
Yeah,
got to a lot of people.
it was like it was just very,
We had our
very confusing to me.
we had
Yeah,
our
retreat. That's why you
yeah,
weren't here. That's why I was thinking about it.
and that's why that was a very large part of the discussion, but I actually missed a big part of the discussion on that Saturday morning because I was still asleep because I actually did not feel
Oh,
very well.
you didn't feel very well. You didn't overindulge in
Well,
it
yeah, no,
anyway, Ben.
I
You
was
just
hungover, so I slept
okay.
in.
I was checking just to make sure that I could judge you rather than feel bad for whatever happened.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. Um, anyway, haha. I read someone to Jennifer until she had me stop because she did not care.
Ah,
She's like, so this person uh is somewhat uninformed about what they're talking about.
yeah,
And I was like,
somewhat.
yes.
Oh my goodness, it's
So
frozen. There we go.
anyway, yeah, nobody's gonna hear it,
Doo-doo-doo.
nobody's gonna care.
Yeah.
But the people that do hear it and care, maybe will just go, yeah, Paul still's got his finger on the pulse, even though he's hasn't been at the place
Yeah.
for years.
Paul listens to the or pays attention to the Discord.
I
You're
I'm
not
not
on
on the
the
Discord anymore. I
oh.
was on the Discord.
Oh,
I've
but
left all
you
Discord.
still get emails. Okay.
I oh yeah, and that was the thing that I thought was funny was that yeah, yeah, spent a lot of time. And I think that was part of it. Since I was starved for drama from other areas, I was like, well, I'll just read this.
It
And that should be
certainly is
fun.
dramatic. I'm trying not to like read my note out loud though of a note that I got sent.
Oh, well, you can read it afterwards on
Oh, I
the
see.
special
Um,
Patreon feed of.
yeah,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
I'm
the
working
note
on
regarding what you're
well,
working on.
this
Yeah,
this specific note actually goes against the previous note. So I did what I was asked, but they changed their mind, which
yeah.
is always amazing.
that happens, Ben. I was
Yeah.
actually just about to talk about work, which I don't do
We don't talk
on
about
the
work.
podcast. Exactly.
These
Well,
notes.
I don't talk about work. You can talk about work. That's not a problem.
Oh, I'll mention something. Just today, I got a gig pulled out from under me.
Oh no.
As a as a freelancer, I am at the beck and call and whim of my corporate overlords.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an email of I was supposed to start this project. It's actually is something that I've been working on since November,
Mm.
and it's for this. I'm not. It's not the like the agency's fault that because I work
Mm-hmm.
for another bigger client that the contract this agency has. And the bigger client had us do this video, and then they just like they disappear for months, and then they come back and they say, "Oh, remember that thing? We want to make changes to it," and then they disappear for months, and so it was I thought that this project was going to be like uh, forgotten about. I even archived all my project files, and then they said, "Oh, they came back. They wanted to do it in house. The big company wanted to do it in house." So I gave them all my project files. I'm guessing that somebody over there opened up my After Effects project and was like, "I don't know what this guy's doing." So then the agency gave me back the project that they want you to do it, and then I've been ready to do this. I got an email from the project lead just like an hour ago saying the subject line was that video, and I'm like, oh crap, I have to work on this now. And the email was like, we're taking this in house. Sorry. So
So
they
somebody figured out what you had done,
they have to. Well, the agency is
or
doing
else they're
it, not the
redoing
big
it.
company. So the
Oh,
agency
okay,
has to
gotcha.
justify paying their in-house designers because I just get their overflow work, and so
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if their in-house designer wanted to hop on a Zoom call with me soon and be like, "What? How do you After Effects?" So
Yeah. So, well, all right. So
it's the
that
new
was
economy, man. That's how you got to get
that
a real
was
job.
gonna be my question, is that you weren't scooped by another freelancer. This was, and that was gonna be my
Yeah.
question, but you answered it. No, you were not scooped by another
I was not
freelancer.
scooped. I was scooped by I have no idea what.
Oh, here's one thing work related I can tell you. My health insurance just yeah, I get health insurance,
Yeah.
it resets every year, and it just reset recently. So Jennifer got some MRIs done,
Yeah.
and we have to pay $800 for the MRIs. And the reason we have to pay $800 is because we have a deductible that we, chip away at over the year and all that. But this just
Yeah.
happened to all come due at the same time.
I'm guessing
So
though $800 when it comes to having a procedure like that done is not a bad price.
I'm guessing no.
It's a lot of money, but like still
Yeah. Like I was thinking about maybe getting new glasses, and then I was like, I don't need to get new glasses, that sort of thing.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so uh so far the house thing, I think I've told you before, I went to be paying my mortgage twice a month instead of once
Yeah.
a month, which does a whole bunch of stuff. That so far has been working out. So, we're doing okay. We're doing all right.
That's good.
Um, but it was just a thing that happened that I thought, oh, um, let's see. I had a good time at my last improv thing. I actually, it's one of those things where we've been doing a lot of like games and stuff. Ben, did you ever play Zip Zap Zop?
Oh God, I hated it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
So
common
it's
theater warm-up
so
game.
it's a theater warm-up game, not just an improv warm-up game,
Yeah.
as many of these things are. So, a lot of the class was doing that kind of stuff. We did other stuff too, but this is when we started first doing scene work.
Yeah.
Uh, and and it was great. We basically, I was a taxi cab driver. Every time a new person came into the cab, they had an emotion, and I had to match their emotion. And the next person
Yeah.
came in, had to match that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, the last person was paranoid, and they're like, "Go, go, 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 go!" And I was like, um, to the person next to me, "Here, take this gun," and like was driving, and then I said to the person, "Hand me that fake mustache out of the glove compartment." And then the paranoid person left, and we were back to the depressed person. And I was like, "Why do I even have a fake mustache in the glove compartment? Who does that?" And when we were done, some of the people were like, "That fake mustache thing was really funny." And I was like, "Still got it." I felt nice about it.
Yeah.
What was really cool also is that the guy who did the part that I was doing for the next group that went up also did a really excellent job. He was really, and he was this was his first, like, I'm I'm doing this class at level one because I haven't done stuff in a really long time, and it's good to back in. This is a guy who just thought it would be fun to do, and he did a great job. Somebody had, it's when you get to naming emotions, there aren't like a lot. You run out eventually. So someone had the emotion confused, which isn't really an emotion, but sort of.
Right.
And so he was the driver, and the person who got in who had confused said, "Are you my grandma?" to him, and he said, "Yeah, baby, how you doing?" And became a little old lady because he had been, in the class where they said you just kind of go with what your scene partner does.
Yeah.
So it was really funny because every time that the confused person asked a question, the guy who was doing the cab driver uh, agreed with it, even though the person was supposed to be confused. So it made this really weird, warped reality happen. And the guy just stuck with it, and it was great. So, I can't help when I'm listening to the people are watching the people going, okay, if I were going to set up an improv group, like out of all the students here, who would I want in my group? Right. And, this guy, I hadn't really thought that much about him as far as, because he was kind of quiet and doesn't always come to class and stuff like that, but he did a really neat thing. And I'm like, well, maybe that would be cool.
Is
It's
Betty
it's
is
too bad that you hate improv so much, Ben.
is Betty still taking her improv classes?
Yeah, but she does stay home if she feels bad, and she felt bad on Monday.
Gotcha.
So, it was interesting too because my teacher was going to substitute in the class, and she said, "Oh, I'll tell Betty that I know you, that you're my other." I'm like, let's not, maybe you can talk to her about that afterwards, but don't. We're not trying to, hide the fact that she's my kid or anything, but and when I told her this, my instructor had this note that, she growing up had a mom who was a theater kind of person too, and that was actually a problem for her, that when she would get involved in something, her mom would be like, "Oh, I want to do that too." And that's, you've been around long enough. That's me and Betty all the
Yeah.
time. When Betty gets involved in something, I'm like, "Ooh, now I'm interested in this as well." And she was like, "And you can't have your own thing."
Yeah.
So
Father
it's
daughter
good, and
bonding.
and she said, "So it's good that you have this realization." I'm like, "Oh, it's not my realization. My wife would kill me if I continued to intrude on my daughter's independence," which is true. So there you go. Mm. So this is another thing. I had a weird situation where uh, I was in the car with Jennifer, and there were all these kids sitting in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And I was, it was one of those situations where I was in the passenger seat of a car and there's a pickup truck in front of me, and I'm looking at the kids in the pickup truck. And I say kids, 20s,
They're kids.
you know, but and some of them start looking back at me like, what are you looking at us for? And I try to communicate, well, I can't do anything else because you're in the bed of a pickup truck that's in front of the car that I'm in. And well, one of the things I did was I gave one of the kids who was looking at me a head nod, like you sometimes do this head nod where you're like, hello,
Yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like that. And he did it back to me, but in a way that was very mocking. And Jennifer like just waved at them, hi, like that kind of thing. And I talked to her about it today, and she's like, "You're still worried about the," and I was like, "Listen, the respect of those kids is so important to me. I'm
I
still wondering, is there a chance that any of them like me?"
I was driving home one day when I was in high school, and I was following this pickup truck, and this is on like, I don't know, a 50-mile-an-hour state highway between Olympia and Shelton. And there were these two guys that were probably teenagers sitting in the back of this pickup truck. And
Mhm.
I'm not too close behind them, but like they get off the same exit I get off on. So I do catch up a little bit because, they
Yeah.
slow down to go around the corner and I slow down too. And then one of the guys like visibly spits at my car. Like I can see him like try to, huck a
Yeah.
loogie towards me. And it didn't hit me, of course. But I played along, so I turned my windshield wipers on, and that made
Uh-huh.
them both bust up laughing, like they had got me.
Yeah. It's one of those things of like, you may never see those people again. And yet, and I think
And
that
yet,
may be why we got involved in theater in the first place. I want people who don't know me to look at me as I do something and go, "That's pretty good.
yeah.
I'm glad that I looked at that guy doing that thing or whatever." Um, oh, what was there was a there's a movie that is coming out that looked interesting to me. I can't remember what it was now. This is not the movie I was thinking of, but I was very happy to find out that Nine Inch Nails is doing the music for Tron Ares.
Yeah, Trent
Not
Reznor's
just Trent
got it,
Reznor, but
but all of Nine
Nine
Inch
Inch
Nails?
Nails. Well,
Wow.
well, not all of Nine Inch Nails, just Trent Reznor as Nine Inch Nails, if that makes sense. Like,
Well,
there's a difference.
I didn't really know if he had a band. Like, I'm assuming he
Well,
put one together
he
when
has
he
a
played
touring,
live,
yeah,
right?
he has a touring band, but it's mostly just him. But Nine Inch
Yeah.
Nails as like a project, if you will, has a very specific sound to it. And when Trent Reznor does his other music um music background making soundtrack work,
Yeah.
when he does his other soundtrack work, it's sometimes he experiments, he goes off in different ways and stuff like that. Nine Inch Nails has a very specific feel to it, to me. And so that the fact that it's being made under that umbrella or under that moniker, if you will,
Yeah.
is very cool.
But that's another Tron movie?
Another Tron movie, Ben.
All
Not
right.
only another Tron movie, but who's Morbius again? Who's that?
Morbius?
Yeah, the vampire guy. 30 Seconds to Mars.
No idea what you're talking about.
He's an actor. He's an actor guy. He played Morbius. He's in the band 30 Seconds to Mars. He was in Fight Club and was the guy who got totally beat up um in the face. He has a cult. He's a
Meatloaf?
famous actor. No, he's a famous actor guy. He was in Blade Runner, not Ryan Gosling. not Harrison Ford, the one guy with the long hair and the. It's amazing. It's amazing you don't know who I'm talking about. Maybe it's because I'm doing a bad job describing him, but he's a very famous guy. Um, and when he's in, okay, he played the Joker in Suicide Squad that everybody
Yeah.
Jared Leto
Okay.
what's his name?
I always say Lita, but
Jared
I
yeah.
could be wrong.
Anyway, he's in it.
Okay, good.
So I was like, oh, I'm not going to go see that Tron movie. But now, well, I'm not going to go see
Uh,
any movie. Let's be real.
no.
I don't go to the theater anymore. But still, I am interested in seeing the Tron movie now.
I don't. I've not seen any of the Neutron movies. I don't even think I saw the first sequel with Jeff Bridges. Is he still in all these old ones?
He
All these
is.
new
He is.
ones?
Yeah, he's been in every single one of them.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the thing that's cool, and this is no spoilers because it's in the trailer. The thing that's cool is that in the new Tron, the Tron things show up in the real world,
Oh.
and a light cycle cuts a cop car in half.
Oh, they're going Jurassic World 2, are they?
Why did a
No, no, no. That's
dinosaur cut a
that's
cop
when
car
that's
in half?
when the dinosaurs, like
Oh,
in the
okay.
movie at least, they went to like the
Yes.
San Diego or something.
Yes. Okay. All right. Did you ever see Delicatessen with me?
I don't know if I've seen
it's
it.
a French
I've seen
movie.
it, but I don't know if I've seen it with you. But
Well,
I have seen it. I have the DVD.
I also have the DVD, and yeah, so we like it. When that guy, one of the directors, it's Janae and
Jean,
Caro.
yeah, Rene Caro and Jean Pierre Jeunet.
When Janae was directing Alien Resurrection,
Yeah, he did. I don't remember which Alien he did, but he did do one
I
of
was
them.
I was really hoping that it was gonna be in a small French village somehow, or something like that, like a weird alien movie set in his world, not him directing a movie in the alien world, but
Right.
it was him directing a movie in the alien world. So that is what happened. Dominic Pignon was in a motor assisting chair the whole time, even though he's like a
It's very able-bodied,
crazy movement guy.
and they didn't find an actor who was mobility impaired for the part.
Exactly.
The reason
uh
I don't know if I mentioned this. The reason I'm working on this right now instead of like taking the time to talk with you, Paul, is that I they dropped on me that they are delivering this to the executives by EOD.
EOD, for those of you not in the business world, means every
And
day. Oh, sorry, what?
what
End of
what
day.
wait,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Uh,
Yeah,
every,
so
every
it's every little day,
everyday Oldsmobile. It's a guy. He drives to work.
every Oldsmobile
And
day.
oh, that's right. Damn it. That's where everyone has to drive an Oldsmobile. It's hell on the gas prices, Ben. Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of hell on the gas prices, how's gas prices for you?
I have no idea. I only buy gas like once every month or so because
Yeah.
I don't drive that much. But
We
when I do buy gas, I have to buy the expensive stuff.
we are now Costco members, so we buy gas at Costco
Oh, is it cheaper there?
I believe so. Yeah. But just every purchase we make goes to supporting a company who is like, we're going to do what we want to, thank you,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
which is nice.
I did hear that. And Costco's a local company. I think, I mean, that must be where Kirkland Signature came from. I don't know if their world headquarters
Oh,
is
okay.
actually in Kirkland.
Um, let's see. I heard that in new this is Paul is slightly adjacent to the news. Um, I heard that Skydance that bought CBS is going
Yeah,
to be ending CBS's DEI programs.
right.
And who is Skydance? Do you know? Like, are they?
I think I want to say they're a British channel
That's what I was.
because
That was going to be my question.
I'd never heard of
There's
them before all this came out.
Sky is a British channel. I know that.
That's
I
right.
didn't know if Sky and Skydance were the same thing, but it feels like it's possible that they are a foreign company, which would be very
Yeah.
odd. It
Yeah,
just
it's
seems. I think that's why I think they're a foreign country company because I haven't heard of them either.
cool.
And I don't know. I feel
Uh,
like
okay, I've done
it's
what is it? 426? I am going to say I'm not going to work on this anymore for the next half hour when we're done
Ben, you
talking.
don't. Oh, you're taking a break? Is that
Well,
the
no,
idea?
I got to the point where I need to listen to it. So
Oh,
I
okay.
told them I would give it to them by 5:30. So they're gonna get it at 5:30. They're gonna get it at
They're
5:30.
gonna get it at 5:30. Ah, you don't even know what's gonna
Uh,
happen to these guys.
what I
Um,
should do though is write down on my little tracker that I was actually working on this
I have a
because that's how I get paid.
new chair, Ben.
New chair Ben, same as the old
It's
chair Ben, but with a
yeah,
new smell.
it's got a rocking feature, and I feel like the rocking feature helps with my back, and I'm wondering if that's what rocking chairs were for in the first place. Because it keeps you moving rather than keeping your muscles static.
I don't have a rocking chair, but my chair does recline. Although
I mean,
uh, I do
that's kind of
I so at retreat over the weekend we were at this house on Whidbey Island, and the way the front of the house there's a fire pit, which when it got dark we lit a fire, we hung around it, it was fun. um, I went out, I walked down to the driveway, down the hill to where the fire pit was, and I knew that there was this patio out by the front, right? A cement patio on the
hmm
ground, and there's a slight step down from the driveway because the driveway is on an incline. And it was pitch black. I didn't have my phone on me, and I I go bebopping towards the fire pit,
Oh
forgetting
no.
or never even knowing that there's this planter box on the patio next to the driveway. Don't even see
Uh-oh.
it. I realized the next morning that it's a black planter box. So even if there was some moonlight or something, I never even would have seen it. Totally just fell right over it and scraped, and I landed on my left knee, scraped my left knee. Fortunately, I was wearing jeans, so it's not as bad as it could have been. Didn't like hit anything like important, didn't like hit my face on a
Mhm.
something or whatever. But it bruised my knee, it felt like, because for the next like couple days, and even today, even though it's been a few days, it hurts. It hurts walking, and I'm
Mm.
deathly afraid of having to have knee surgery because I've been around a couple people who have had knee surgeries, and
Oh no.
it's a tough recovery process.
Well, the good news is it isn't contagious as far as I'm concerned. So being around them isn't going to really cause a problem. So I need to do this. I didn't want to interrupt your story. I'm the one who wants some jeans. Okay.
I don't know what that
Now,
is.
it's from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Whenever
Uh,
anyone mentions jeans, it's in my head. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the shaven haircut two
right,
bits.
right.
Same
So
sort of
is that
thing. It's like I
it,
got to do it.
who is it? Meatwad who says that? Who says that?
No, it's Master Shake. I'm
Master
the one
Shake.
who wants some jeans. Yeah, exactly.
I used to
Uh,
love Aqua Teen. I probably still do, but I used to too.
yeah.
But
Um,
I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't even know if they're still making episodes.
so here's a question, Ben. Do you have any plants?
No, I do not.
I am thinking about getting plants for the inside of my house so that the air is like so that I have an oxygen creating thing
Right.
inside the house. I think my idea about it is solid. The only issue is that Jennifer says that she kills plants, and so I'm on my own.
She stalks them with a knife and shears late at
So
night, sneaks up on them without them
yeah,
noticing while they sleep.
exactly. So my plan is to do some research and see to do my own research, Ben, and to do some research and see
Solid plan.
um, what kind of plants are easy to take care of, and whether or not it will actually help. It has to, though, is what I'm thinking, because I'm breathing out carbon dioxide, they're emitting oxygen.
I
It's just
don't know the transfer rate, but it feels like you'd have to have a lot for it to be not noticeable, but to make an impact.
so, Ben, I've found out what I need is a big tub filled with blue-green algae, and I should be fine.
I just need an oxygen tank. That's all I need.
Uh,
Here, pass me that cigarette. Um, you could get a succulent. I mean, I don't know if succulents give out as much oxygen as like a leafy plant, but
man, what I'd
apparently
really
they're
like is
easy to take care of.
a little palm tree,
You should get
just because.
one of those little Japanese, I don't know what the proper name is for them, but the carving trees,
Bonsai tree?
bonsai tree. Oh my God, bonsai tree. Yeah, get a bonsai tree.
Yeah. That's something about improv, Ben. You always remember the names of things because people will yell them out at you.
The one, so
Bonsai tree.
bonsai. So I'm not looking at the Zoom window. I'm looking at the Streamlabs window, and
Uh-huh.
it's for me too. It's a little delayed by
Oh.
like 1 second. That's why I'm doing this. No, for me, like at you, it doesn't matter, but for
Oh.
me, like
Okay.
I'm turning to look out the door, turn back. I'm still like, now I'm turning back, but I could see myself. It's weird when you see yourself in what
Yes.
should be a live feed and you're looking away. Yeah.
There's a great scene in Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, where Kyle MacLachlan stands in a hallway and then walks into the security room and sees himself on the security footage because there's such
Yeah.
a delay. It's pretty cool. David Lynch, of course, dead. Oh my gosh, Ben, let's think of
Thanks for
all the people
reminding
that
us.
died.
Oh my God, it's
Uh,
been there's been a killing spree
a
lately.
bumper crop of, okay, so Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan,
Just
who
today,
else?
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, that's right. Anybody else that were,
Oh yeah, there was one today that just came out that's kind of eclipsing Hulk Hogan.
wow,
Let me look it up. Chuck Mangione,
Chuck Mangione.
a
Who's that
musician.
again?
He's a musician. He's
I
a
should probably know him.
it looks like a trumpeter. Not a
Oh,
trumper, a trumpeter.
man, that's
I don't
gotta
know his
suck.
politics.
Yeah, these days, if you have anything, if you were a trumpeter, so many conversations where people might just cut you off.
Make marching band great again.
No, Ben, no. So yeah,
I don't even like to use the verb trump anymore.
this is fun. The stuff that's happening, the again, Paul being adjacent to the news. Uh okay. So who is the writer? Do you know the name of the writer for Conan O'Brien who appeared on Conan O'Brien's podcast and did that thing? I don't know if you've seen it. I think it's great.
Oh,
Um
there was, yeah, Conan had a guest. I didn't watch the show
yeah,
because I didn't
it's
know who it
it's his
was.
yeah, oh, it's one of his
Flu
old writers. One of his
Flula.
head writers, I think.
I'm gonna look it up because YouTube is like, I think you need to watch this video. And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Wait, I think we might be thinking of two different people. Also,
Um, maybe I'm gonna see if is it. It's on Conan
'Cause-
O'Brien Needs a Friend, right?
right, and it's an old one. It's an
Oh,
older
it's an
one.
old one. Oh no, this is a new episode that I
Oh
was.
yeah, the guy here you're talking about is a German guy who's a comedian, I believe.
Yeah. Flula Borg.
Yeah. That's him. He's funny.
I didn't watch it.
Um, do me a favor and look. I hardly ever watch. I watch clips of it. I don't watch it. Do me a favor and can you tell me who Conan O'Brien's head writer is, or old head writer who met with him,
Conan O'Brien, old head writer.
or just look up Conan O'Brien Epstein. Uh,
Robert Smigel,
no, different guy. Um, if you look up,
Mike
so
Sweeney,
the
Matt O'Brien,
I think who's Mike Sweeney?
Jonathan
Is he an
Groff.
older guy?
Probably not that Jonathan Groff.
I
Yeah,
don't
Mike
know if
Sweeney
it's
looks
Mike
like an older
Sweeney.
dude.
Glasses
Uh,
or beard?
in one picture he's wearing black rim glasses.
Hmm. Again, it's he had this funny bit where he somehow he and Conan O'Brien get on the idea that uh Jeffrey Epstein is dead, and his friend goes, uh Jeff Epstein, the financier, he died? Well, how did he, and all this kind of stuff, and just pretending like he didn't know anything about it. And he goes, well, he
Comedy
was in
gold.
prison. In prison for what? And it just goes on like that. And he said, oh, I know how we can get to the bottom of this. I'll just call up, and then Maxwell, whatever her name is, the
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll just call up Ghislaine Maxwell. And again, she's in prison. I think I would have heard something, that whole thing. But now apparently, Paul being adjacent to the news, they are in talks with the Trump friendly DOJ, where she's going to help out somehow.
Yeah,
And Jennifer heard that and she was like, "Yeah, she's getting out of prison. They're gonna
yeah.
they're gonna let her out.
She for to toe the party line.
They're gonna let her out, and everything's gonna be fine."
And you did
There's
hear
gonna be
that
no
the Speaker of the House recessed the House until September, ostensibly to avoid the vote on whether or not to release the Epstein files.
really. No, I did
Yeah.
not hear that
Yeah. Now how to act guilty without, well, by acting guilty.
until September. That's a long time, Ben.
They normally go on an August recess, but there were a couple of votes that were going to
Oh,
happen in late July. Like now, and there were votes that like not even about the Epstein stuff that aren't going to happen because they've gone home.
my favorite thing, Ben, whenever we hear Congress is in recess, is imagining all the
Stack
Congress members that I
playground.
can imagine on a playground, yeah,
Yeah.
yelling like that,
Whee!
kicking a red ball around.
Yeah. And they're all playing together. It's not like,
Yeah,
the Dems and
yeah,
the Republicans.
it's not along party lines. They're all doing stuff. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Spitting at cars. Uh, oh yeah, that's something. Stranger Things, the final season trailer came out for that.
Haven't seen it, but I did see somebody posted online. I think it was like the X-Files after 9 years had like, 8 seasons, 100 and something episodes, and Stranger Things after 9 years has 5 seasons and 40 some episodes,
Yeah,
which, those kids are middle-aged by now.
I mean the thing that you and I know because we were growing up at that time is that there were good episodes and there were bad episodes of seasons of shows and all that,
Right.
but the shows were on and they were there that you could watch them.
Well, and like
And
every like sitcom or show from that era, from like the 80s, 90s, maybe the late 70s, all had what they would call filler episodes,
yes,
which
exactly.
and nobody really cared because there's a new episode on at Thursdays at 8, and
Yeah.
that you could depend on.
Nothing really happens in the episode. It's not that good, but you've
Nobody learns a
seen the
very
show and you
important
watched it.
lesson. Yeah.
Exactly.
You had something to watch while
Very,
mom made dinner.
very special episodes were their own thing also. This is one of the reasons why I would read books though, because sometimes books were better than what was on TV. Uh,
Sometimes.
oh,
Not all the time. Don't go overboard there, Paul. You
yeah,
reader.
true. Although, now that I have the Criterion Collection, I do feel like I can go, well, I should really be watching a movie rather than reading a book. I have all these excellent. I'm watching The Hidden Fortress right now. The Hidden Fortress is Akira Kurosawa, and it's what
Okay.
apparently Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars was taken off of.
Yeah, I know that
Um,
Kurosawa was a big influence.
Now, what's interesting is that to me, the I don't know when Waiting for Godot was written, but the opening of Hidden Fortress, I've only watched like maybe 15 minutes of it, is very much Waiting for Godot. It's these two guys who are down on their luck, who are just complaining about stuff, and it's really great. But I mean, it's dark comedy stuff because
1952,
they're
I just looked it up.
that's when Waiting for Godot
Yeah,
came
September of
out.
1952.
Okay, I really think that that might be possible then. I think the Hidden Fortress came out in '54.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll have to look at. I will have to look up whether or not Akira Kurosawa was influenced at all by Beckett. He might have been. You never know. Um, but let's see. Also, I watched two movies, and I started watching one, and then I started watching the other one, and I would like flip back and forth between scenes because the movies are Ripley's Game, starring John Malkovich, and The American Friend, starring Dennis Hopper.
I've not seen either of these films, but I know who both of those
Ripley's
people are.
Ripley. Are you familiar with the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley, or the TV show Ripley?
I know of the talented Mr. Ripley, but I have not seen it. And the only TV show Ripley I'm aware of is the Believe It or Not flavor.
Okay, no. The Talented Mr. Ripley is based off of a book. The TV series Ripley is based off of that same book,
Okay.
and Ripley's Game is another book in that series, and that's what the movie is based on. But Wim Wenders, who did Far Away So Close and those films,
Yeah.
uh, he directed The American Friend, which was also based on that same movie. And so what I would do is I would watch one of them until it got to like, okay, I think this is done. And then I would switch to the other one and see how similar. And it was really interesting how similar and how different they were because one was made by Vim Vendors in the '70s, the other one was made by someone else whose name I don't remember, and I feel so bad later on. And of course, Dennis Hopper's Ripley is completely different than John Malkovich's Ripley.
Of course.
You know,
And
um,
it's all different
so
from Matt Damon's Ripley.
yep, exactly, exactly. The Ripley's Game was in 2002, I think. So it had sort of a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing. Not really, but sort of. The idea that this is somebody who's a bad person, but they have style and sophistication and all that. That's
Yeah.
kind of what all the Ripley character. So Ripley, yeah, is like a bad guy. He's a bad guy, but he's our
Gotcha.
protagonist.
I've been watching a new show every time. I can't remember who keeps recommending this to me, but it's the FX show Justified, starring Timothy
Oh,
Olyphant
Justified.
and Walton
Yeah.
Goggins.
Yep.
I'm about halfway through season one right now because I just started it like getting back from retreat.
Hmm.
It's fun. It's
I
interesting because it was this first season was released in 2010, but
yep.
it feels old. It feels like I'm watching Columbo
Yep.
from 1979 or something. It's just either like it's shot on like old film stock, or I don't know, or the production design. I don't know what it is, but it just looks older than it should be. Granted, it's 15
Yeah.
years old by this point, but which as far as like film technology goes, that's a lifetime. But yeah, it just feels weird. It does have sort of a Columbo Murder She Wrote sort of vibe to it.
It's based on Fire in the Hole by Elmore Leonard, I
Elmore
believe,
Leonard, yeah.
which I think is a short story.
It is a short story. And the first episode, the pilot, is called Fire in the Hole.
Yep.
And that, I mean, that's what Walton Goggins' character yells before he rocket launches a rocket into a church.
So yeah, I like all the different character development things that happen in that show. I was watching that show for quite a while, so I I enjoy it.
It's got quite a few
Um,
seasons. It's got like 70 some episodes, I think.
I had a problem with the sort of sequel that they did, which was Justified Primeval, City Primeval, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like a whole
Um,
different series, right?
well, the yes, the idea is that it was a series that then they wrote uh the Justified character into. It used the book
Ah.
had a different protagonist, and
Is
then they
it an
wrote,
Elmore Leonard book?
I believe it is,
All right.
yeah, and then they wrote this other guy into it, and it didn't work for me as
So they
well.
put Rylan Givens into just they just dropped him into another
Oh no,
Elmore
no,
Leonard
but
book.
yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, yes. Um, and wait, what's the Marshall's name?
Raylan Givens.
Yep, 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 yep. That is correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I didn't. I don't know. I felt it kind of being discordant in a way.
Had you read City Primeval before?
No, I
Is
hadn't.
that why it
This
feels
is a
weird?
problem. Well, I hadn't read the Justified book either. I mean, short story.
Yeah.
Um, I got into this problem with Jennifer as well. There was a TV show based on a book that I said to Jennifer, this was better than its source material. And she was like, "Oh, did you read the source material?" And I was like, "No, but I could tell how it was." Oh, I
Just
remember what it
very
was.
Paul
It
Goody thing to
was
say.
it was Department Q on Netflix.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard good things and I think I've heard them from you.
Maybe you have, yeah. So I was because I was watching it, and I'm like I
Internet also
can't
tells me it's a
describe
good
it,
show.
but I feel as though just from watching it, I can feel where the director and writer of the show did something more with a character than that character had in the book. Like it just feels like, it's sort of out of step with the
Like
rest of material, but in a good way.
they fleshed this character out a little bit more for the
That's
TV show.
that's the feeling that I get. But Jennifer pointed out to me that I have no way of knowing that because I didn't actually read the book.
Well, read the book.
I don't know if I want to because
You'll have
I think
a
the TV show is
you'll have
better.
a mental
Uh,
picture of what the characters look like because you've seen the TV
see,
show.
this is where the answer that I gave you is the exact reason we know it's a mental issue on my part. Because I concede yes, maybe the book is good. But then when you ask me, well, why don't you read the book? I say because I don't think it's going to be as good as the TV. So I don't actually. I've said that I agree with you, but I don't actually agree with you because I won't do the extra work. Although I guess the other thing is that I have a lot of stuff that I would read before that would be the thing that I would read.
Right. It's at
That
the
makes
bottom
sense.
of the book pile.
Oh, that was the other thing. Department Q has a movie that was made off of it prior to this Department Q, and that's also available to watch. So maybe I'll watch that as well.
Called the same thing? Dept Q?
Um, it's Department Q, the Bureau of Lost Causes,
Mm.
I think is the name of the film. Um, that's in the book,
Just rolls
I
right off the
believe.
tongue.
I believe it's something like that. I don't know for sure. I having problems, Ben.
I don't pay attention to
Um,
the details.
I don't pay attention to the details. Look, somebody else has to deal with all that stuff. Me, personally,
I'm a
I
big
just like
picture
to
guy.
sit down. I'm a big picture guy. I sit down,
I like my
I
pictures
look
big.
at it in its frame. It's got to be. Did you see the real Mona Lisa? Ought to just be a postage stamp. I need a bigger Leonardo da Vinci famous painting. Thank you very much. Too small. Oh, that was one of the other things we saw. There's a an art show around here that we went to called The First Homosexuals. And the idea basically was the whole concept of the art uh, gallery showing is
Hmm.
that like the actual term homosexual and the concept of this is a group of people who have this as an identity is actually relatively recent.
Mm.
And the concept came out. It was like in Germany in a certain time where the concept came out. So it was like this is art that was created after this concept because you and I, right, we've grown up in a world where homosexuality and a person being a homosexual is has always been around, right? That concept isn't foreign to us. It's been, maybe made fun of in certain media and stuff like that, but that concept has always been
It's been in our lifetimes, it feels like it has become more culturally acceptable, both like in, you
there.
know,
Yes, but as
like,
a concept,
but as a
it's always
concept,
been
it's always
around.
been around. Yeah.
And so the idea of this theater, not theater, sorry, this art installation
Art
is that
collective.
this is actually from this point forward. This is when this has actually been like where the concept that we have now has been around. So it's kind of cool. But the reason I mentioned that it was called The First Homosexuals. But what happened was we were going to go to see it, and I said to Jennifer, she was downstairs in the basement, uh, watching TV or playing a game or something, and I said to her, "When are we going to see the homosexuals?" And when I said that, she laughed, and then I was like, "Yeah, that really does sound like I'm a red stater who's supposed to go and visit his grandchildren." Uh, but it was cool. Again, Chicago cannot be beat for like there's a place where there's a museum, and we went walking around the gardens, saw the fountain that you and I went to.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, and I meant to this. I'm glad that I brought this up. The Bean, Ben.
The bean.
When you and I visited the Bean,
Yes.
which is also the real name is Cloudgate, and a little bit more about that in a second. Um, did you know that you could go underneath it?
I did not know you could go under. I knew that you could get up close to it,
Yes.
to where like you're underneath an overhang, right? Because I've seen people take pictures of themselves like all distorted and stuff, and it's mirrored
Yeah, you can
finish.
walk through, you can walk under and through it.
Yeah.
And Jennifer could not believe that we didn't go through it. And what I told her was, I believe that when we were there, it was very busy
Yeah.
and there was such a crowd around it that we could not actually see that you could go under it.
And honestly, it was one of those things where like I don't need to go, I don't need to touch it, I don't need to go under it. I can see it. We like took
Hmm.
a picture and then went on our way.
But walking through it was really cool.
That's
Just
cool.
wanted to let you know.
I'm glad
Maybe
you
maybe next
had
time,
that experience, Paul.
maybe next time you visit, you can
Yeah.
walk through the bean. But anyway, so the other thing is that the guy who designed it, and I forget his name. I'm not good with names. Maybe I should start being good with names. I wonder how hard it would be. Um, the guy who created it um, did this thing with the company that created Vanta Black.
Oh yeah.
Remember Vanta Black,
Oh
the
yeah.
Black is Black, where only he was allowed to use it.
Ah.
So this other artist made this thing called the Pinkest Pink and said everyone can use it except for this guy. And so then that guy uh, eventually got his hands on some and posted a picture of him flipping off the camera with the paint running down his finger. So the guy then made a new type of paint
One in the
that's
pink, two in
made
the Vanta.
he made it so that it has little shards of broken glass all the way through it, so that if he would put it on his finger, then it would cut him.
You gotta love
And
like artist diss tracks.
yes, exactly. I was like, this is great. And somebody was like, well, why are it seems so. I'm like, no, but it's great. They're both doing art stuff.
That was the
Oh yeah,
bean when we were
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Super. I can
exactly.
see in the middle where you can walk through it, but like,
But all those people there, it would be
yeah.
harder. I don't think that we saw,
I
quote
just,
unquote,
yeah.
that was open
No,
to
and
us as
also
a
like
as a concept.
I didn't want to be around crowds too much, even though it was, a nice day in downtown Chicago and there were crowds everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like being around crowds. It was actually funny. Because we were there during the summer, Betty and Jennifer and I, and it seemed less crowded than it was when you and I were there. In the
Was
when
it a
when did you show
weekend?
up there?
It
Was
must
it?
have. I think I was there for a weekend. Yeah, I was there for a weekend because you were
Oh,
working.
maybe.
And
Yeah,
so
maybe that
were
was
you
it.
were you Jennifer and Betty there on a weekday?
That might have been it. Maybe that was it. I think we were there on a weekend though. I think we were there on a Sunday though. Maybe that was it.
Hmm. Everybody's at church.
Lazy Sunday.
Wake up in the mid-afternoon
Yep, that's the thing I was thinking of.
or late afternoon,
Um,
whatever the word is. I don't know.
yeah. What's up, Parnes? There's a street called Parnell Street around here, and every
Ah,
time we pass it, I think of that guy.
with Chris Parnell,
Yeah. Hey, speaking
Dr.
of Chris
Spaceman,
Parnell, we're almost to the end of the podcast, Ben.
and
I
famously,
wonder,
Parnell always ends podcasts.
Chris Parnell searching his name on Google finds out, oh, the GudeLaurance podcast. What do they talk about me for? And it's at the very end. But he becomes a fan because
We
he's
have
listening, and
I think we discovered once that one of our most listened to episodes was when we talked about Brian Tyree Henry, and so I'm wondering if Brian Tyree Henry Googled himself and found us. I'm sure
man,
that's not what happened, but I would like to believe that.
Brian Tyree Henry, if you did in fact Google us and
Google
found it
yourself
your way
and found
here,
us.
yeah, that's true. Now he Googles us to see if we're somewhere else. No,
Yeah.
but I can't have these guys talking about me anymore. No, but he's great. He's great. I really appreciate everything that he
I gotta
does.
go back and revisit Bullet Train. You saw Bullet
Oh,
Train,
Bullet
right?
Train. He's so good in Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Yep. And on that note, Ben, I will talk to you more later.
Alrighty.
Hey,
Keep it wrong,
keep it
Paul.
wrong.
How's it
And
happening?
how's it happening?
Uh, talk to you.
And
Talk
yeah,
to you
see you
next week.
next week.
Yeah, next
And
time.
have
Next.
fun working on your thing, as though I'm not going to talk to you
Yeah.
for a couple of minutes right after this.
Afterwards. All right.